Hi, I'm Carol Ekino. I'm a pastor with Mavuno Church Kampala. I'm a pastor in charge of the life group, small groups, discipleship, and the operations of the church.
My name is Pastor Enoch, and I'm in charge of campuses, or what we call universities. So we are the people who get to the young generation.
Yeah, it's exciting. We are celebrating 5 years as Mavuno Church here in Kampala. We've moved into 4 different homes, but the church started with passionate people who decided they want the church to start here, and they started in their homes, live streaming the services from Citizen TV in Nairobi. And then suddenly the church, it's a home of over 600 people, children, teens, campusers, and the adults. And celebrating 5 years is exciting, but then we are deciding 5 years is so important. The many people are it's encouraging. The stories are many, transformational stories, but we need to celebrate our past. There are so many things that have happened within the 5 years. One of them is the campus ministry that we call Campus Trend, headed by you, Pastor Enoch.
It's one of the most important things I think I've had to do in my life, to be able to head a ministry that reaches out to the young people of this generation. It's been said our population is actually almost, I think, second youngest nation in Africa. And it's very exciting to see the energies, but above all, to be able to step into a place where you can change the mindsets of people. You know, people who think life is as this cheap or as this common, and be able to step in there and cause great change to the future leaders of this country.
I think it's overwhelming to be actually at the leadership where you are in the middle of transformation. You see somebody from the beginning of joining Mavuno, joining our Mizizi classes, joining the small groups, attending sermons, and their lives just transforming just right before your very eyes. Mavuno's mission is turning ordinary people into fearless influencers of society. And there's nobody who can say, I've gone to Mavuno and I've remained the same. We want to influence the sectors of society in media, entertainment, family, education, environment, governance, business, like all over the sectors of society. And we cannot do that as small-time individuals. But if we impact one person, they will have to go back to the society. And we do that using what we call the Mavuno loop. Many people maybe who are watching have done Mizizi. Mizizi is one of the most popular ones. Most of our names are Swahili names because Mavuno started from Nairobi. It's our mother church is Nairobi Chapel. But Mavuno targets the upward mobile people. If you notice, most of the Mavuno churches that we have are in the capital cities, because the people in the cities are the ones usually who direct they have the roadmap for the nation. For example, if you and I who've gone to school go back to our villages, those guys listen to us like we are speaking gospel truth. So if you are influenced and you have the right information, you can actually influence the whole of Uganda. So we decided in the capital city, we shall speak to the capital city people. And so the Mavuno kids, we try to bring out future influencers of society. In the teens, the same. And so in our churches, we do not have like a family church, one-time family church. We have the adults, we have the children alone, we have the teens alone, and the campusers alone, tailor-made for that age group, so that they can influence in their time when now they are the leaders of that moment. But it's awesome. There's another one. Unfortunately, me and Enoch are single, but we have Ndoa, the marriage ministry. I think the Hits Awards has has given Ndoa an award of one of the most societal impact, a church ministry that has impacted society. That's Ndoa. Ndoa is a word in Swahili that means marriages. But they are transforming marriages. They are showing people what it means to have a godly marriage and to have marriage that benefits both of you. Most people get into marriages saying, I want somebody who can make me happy. It's not that way. It's give and give and give. It's not give and take.
I think, so let me just cut you short, Pastor Carol. I think if there's anything that I have had very interesting is Ndoa. Every other person who has done Ndoa, they just get back and they talk to you like it's been a heaven experience, you know. I'm looking forward I'm looking forward to doing Doha. I would love to. Yeah.
Yeah, there are transformational stories in Doha.
Yeah.
How the campus trend started wasn't really, because it wasn't like we need to go to the campus and give them their own like service, but we realized that for our target group, we have the upward mobile, and usually some of them are still in campus. Some of them are in their first jobs. And these are very interesting people. They have all the time in the world to serve God, to make changes in their lives, to streamline their paths, future paths. And so influencing them from way back, before they are maybe in their third job, their 40s, they are wherever, that kind of, we know that we are impacting somebody who has a long-time achievement, but also engagement with the society. So you'll find that our target group is the upward mobile, but the young adult, which is so our services. The music, people call us controversial, but it's tailor-made to them. So they kind of connect with God through what they know. Yes, and Enoch, yeah, you can maybe mention what you have for them.
Of course, this is one place I talk about with passion, because I love reaching out to these young people. And our history for Campus Trend does not only start here, but it starts also way back in Nairobi. 2010, Mavuno Downtown is strictly a campus ministry. But what we do, I'll just probably talk about just the activities that we do at campus. We have a weekly event. Like right now, the event we are doing is at Chambogo University. And what happens is we just set up a typical concert for these young people. So if you just walk in, actually, you're thinking, okay, who's singing today? You know, who's up for this show today? So we have the light, the stage, and you know, the decor, and you know, they just come and sit up here. But what we are doing is we're trying to bring up clean entertainment. We're trying to reach them through edutainment, you know, music that will speak to them. We use fashion as well to speak to these young people, because this is the language that they speak these days. They are so visual. So we take them through current affairs, what's happening, the trends, the fashion, you know, because they look up to this so much. But then in there, we bend down to real life issues. Talking to this campuser on, look, life is not just about you coming to university and get into that lecture hall and then the next day you're walking out. You actually need to prepare for your tomorrow. You need to set your mindset on what are you going to do. And we get in all these inspirational speakers, people who have influenced society, to come and speak into their lives. Say, look, you need a plan. You need to think ahead. You need to live, oh, this is very important. You need to live a sexually pure life, you know.
And leave a legacy at the end of the day.
Exactly. Because most of these young men and women, when they get to university, their first thought is, my freedom is to exercise my sexual rights. And so we try to speak to them about the dangers of that and give them a word, look, you can be able to wait till the right time is due. And so we disciple them as well, because we believe discipleship is very key for any other person that we reach to. Yeah, no, discipleship is your area.
The funniest, the most, I think at the launch of Campus Trend, we had DJ battle. And in the campuses, but in there were 74 salvation stories. Yes, you can have all the entertainment, but at the end of the day, it's me and God and my purpose. And so we did a bit of Mizizi. Mizizi is rooted. It's a discipleship program in Mavuno that connects you to God, connects you to your purpose, because I believe God, we believe in Mavuno, and I think every Christian should know that, that when you're created, God creates you for an assignment. And you must, in the 5 years, there are lessons that we've learned. First of all, we've been deemed controversial, which for us, I think as Mavuno, we really thrive on controversy.
So there's one interesting thing among the many that we've been doing called lockdown. Probably we've bumped into your kafunda or your bar while you're drinking and you're thinking, what is this people doing here. This looks more like churchy or something, but what we've been doing is going into your space. And Pastor Carol, that has been one of the things people think Mavuno is so unserious about. But the truth is, if you're looking for your person, you need to step into their space. And for us as Mavuno, people are there, and that's what we do. We step into their space and we reach them in the best way that we can, in the language that they can understand. So we end up in your bar.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because we reach out to the unchurched, the person who would never ever come to church, who thinks God is no longer irrelevant. And so going to their place and showing them there's somebody who actually cares. Yes, you've achieved all this, but there's somebody who cares. And so we love on them in their bars. But also with the sermons, our sermons sometimes we are called unserious. We are called laissez-faire with the Bible. But the truth of the matter is, not every apostle has been received with open arms. Secondly, when we see transformation, people come and judge us, but us who are in this business, we see transformation. But I can give my personal testimony. There are several people in Mavuno because we target the unchurched. But I went to Mavuno through Mizizi, the discipleship program, and I connected with this church. By the time I became a pastor, right now, even maybe some of the people viewing me used to see me in bars, dancing on tabletops. But my life has changed because of Mavuno. I read the Bible on my own. It's no longer about religion. It's about my personal relationship with the person who sent me on earth. And I'm giving that to everybody else. So I think it's not good to judge. There's only one judge. But at the end of the day, our lives being transformed, are people being saved, and are people being relevant in the country, in the nation.
Some of the most amazing stories about Jesus Christ is that he was always dining with prostitutes. He had time off with tax collectors.
And he loved party.
Exactly. The rejected of the society were actually his people. And sometimes I think the church needs to step out of its boundaries and get into the places and become a bit controversial for the sake of getting to the people that we actually looking